Welcome to the Bloodland. How y'all doing? What's up, Marcus?
What's up, big bro? How you doing, man?
Chilling like a villain, just styling, profiling.
Sir.
What's good with you?
Not too much, man. Here. Just here. Chilling. Got it.
Feel that.
But to our subscribers and to our viewers, make sure you check out NISH, the producer of our intro. He's got music on SoundCloud, YouTube, probably Apple and Spotify as well. I'd have to confirm that, but so I'll take my word on it. But
where's he definitely? Where's he
he's
definitely on?
definitely on SoundCloud and YouTube. Check out his music. A lot of good stuff on there.
I hear that.
What's going on, big bro?
Chilling, man. Did you get a chance to watch The Last of Us?
I did.
Now, have you played the video game?
I've never played a video game. I own the video game, but I have never played it.
You own the video game, but you've never played it?
Yeah, oddly enough, it's still in the packaging. It's like when I bought my PlayStation, they came with it. So, and at that time, I was like, I don't know what this is. I have an idea what it was, but I never I don't know. I'm not really into like those kind of games, so I just kind of stick to
me
sports.
neither. I'm not coordinated enough to do those kind of things.
Yeah,
I tried Call of Duty. I died within 5 seconds. It's like not even worth me playing. I get super irritated. Even when I try to hide, I get found and they shoot me. So I'm just like, you know what, fuck this game. Just go right back to Madden, play Madden.
Yeah.
I play live here and there, but my wife beats me all the time, so it's like no fun.
Oh, I love it. I love the basketball too, man. And I've gotten into the baseball game. MLB The Show. The show's pretty dope.
Oh, really?
It's pretty dope. Yeah, the show's pretty dope. Yeah.
I play baseball on my iPad. I don't play it on the console.
Okay.
But it's just one of those home run hitting games. I wouldn't say it's like full on baseball, but I want to get into that and start playing. So what'd you think of the first episode, man?
Okay. So let's get into it.
And so, hold on. Disclaimer: if you haven't watched the show yet,
yes,
there might be some spoilers here, so you know.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, buddy.
It's very well written. The acting superb. The story is very intriguing. I have nothing bad to say about it. I
know nothing about the video game. I absolutely love it. Our boy, Pedro.
Yes.
He's
fantastic.
Awesome in it.
Yeah.
Now, I did have one issue. I mean, well, again, spoiler, his daughter. I loved her character for the time that she was on. But I mean, like, dang, at least give her till episode 2. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was brutal.
Like, give us a little more. What I also loved is, now you saw her reaction to when her dad, I forgot who he killed to save her.
Oh, the old lady. The neighbor. The neighbor. Yeah.
Like, she was like, oh my God, you killed him. She was all shocked and crying about it. Now you saw when he saved, what's her name? Ellie?
Yeah. She was like, yeah.
She's like, yeah, hit him. She's like, hit him one more time.
Get so.
She was like, she was absolutely, I think she wanted to hit that motherfucker a few times.
No. But I feel like she felt protected. Like, this dude's really out here protecting me. Like, he's really like killing somebody. I think he, like, in that moment, he like saw his daughter and what happened with her. And he's like, I'm not letting that happen again. So,
like, that switch flipped real quick.
Now, it did.
You saw our boy in the beginning from The Mummy, right? Evie's the guy who played Evie's older brother. and how he was
Yes.
explaining that new fungal virus or whatever it was. Like,
Yes.
dude, turns out what he was saying is true. Like that
Yeah.
shit, I'm like, that freaks me the fuck out.
Well, sure. Yeah. I will say
And
though,
just,
after watching the show, I kind of am wanting to play the game now. I kind of want to see how the game is because I don't know.
man,
I kind of felt like is this like another like Walking Dead kind of thing? But it's definitely not. It's in that ballpark, but it's its own thing,
yeah,
and I'm
they share a
interested.
ton of similarities. Oh yeah, I'm definitely interested. Because hey, dude, you got to remember the first what 3, 4 seasons of The Walking. Look, 5 seasons is good for a show for me, in my opinion. Anything more
Yes,
than that's a little too much.
depending on what kind of show. Depending on what kind of show, because like comedies, I think can last however long you
Yeah,
want to
yeah, yeah,
go.
yeah.
But like a drama or like a horror show or something like that's. Then again, American Horror Show is a horror story is
Yeah,
different too because that's like an
they
anthology.
come out with all different
Yeah,
stuff.
but no, I know what you're
Like
saying.
shows like this,
Yeah, 4 or 5 seasons.
4 or
Yeah.
5 seasons, you're good. Um,
Mhm.
I'm still watching The Walking Dead. I'm on the last season. I think what is the last season now.
Oh
They
man,
just dropped it on Netflix.
I haven't watched The Walking Dead.
Hey, you should be.
I haven't watched that in years.
Yeah, you're not a fan. You're not a fan, buddy. You know,
I
yeah, you're not a
maybe I'm
fan.
not.
You should be. You should be
Maybe
ashamed
I'm
of yourself.
not.
And another disclaimer we'd like to put out there, and I speak for the both of us when I say this. My brother and I would like to be in the next Black Panther.
Oh, for
Now, we
sure.
don't want, we don't want speaking roles. We don't want to ruin your movie. We just want to be in the movie and to, be seen, visibly seen in the movie. We don't want to be
Yeah,
like in the midst of extras. We just want to be seen, so,
we could
just want to put
be
that.
we could be Wakandan. We might not be from Wakanda, but we could
I don't
have
know,
like a
man.
dad that was Wakandan and he came to the States and on like a missionary mission and met his wife and you know, hey, we can
I
do
mean,
the
I don't know.
tongue
I might
thing,
feel
you
they
know.
might prejudge me, man. They might prejudge me. They might lump me in with Namor's people, because I'm not dark enough.
Hey,
So,
listen,
I don't want to,
I can be
I
a
don't,
telecom too. I'm all right with that. I can be I can be some of the telecom. I can be
hell,
a water dweller. It's cool.
hell nah, Wakanda, bro.
I'm just trying to be in the third one, man.
I just want to be in the
Ryan
movie.
Coogler. I just want to be in there, man. That is it.
You know?
We're very big supporters and fans of the MCU, so just
Yes,
putting that
yes.
in the universe.
Though I still haven't seen the second one.
Oh, see,
I'm just,
you're not a fan, bro. See how I flipped it on
man, I've,
me.
I'm just waiting for it to drop. I'm just waiting for it to drop on Disney Plus
It shouldn't be
before
like
I
in the
go.
next week or two. I think it's
I
coming
won't
to
see.
Disney Plus like early February. But
Okay,
yeah,
then
it's
I'll watch it
good.
then.
Like I don't like to compare. Like I won't like spoil anything. I don't like to compare the two because it's like drastically different circumstances. But considering what they had to considering what they had to do and what they had to work with. Hey,
I can tell you a bunch of stuff that I disagree with it already.
okay,
One, rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman is the one that died.
yes,
T'Challa did not.
mm
So you mean to tell me, I mean, yeah, I understand. And look, it hurts me too, because, Chadwick was the man,
yeah,
you know?
that's for sure.
But if you're going to move on, again, T'Challa isn't the one that died. Chadwick was.
hmm
Again, rest in peace. So you could have replaced him, had somebody else play the Black Panther.
hmm
If you weren't going to do that, next in line, in my personal opinion, is M'Baku.
That's hot. That's hot. I don't know what he be
That's
saying.
right.
War cry. I don't know what he be saying.
All right. M'Baku was next in line because every other tribe, when it came time
hmm
to, challenge for the position,
hmm
none of them wanted that smoke.
That's
M'Baku
true.
did. Though he
That's
lost.
fair.
Though he
That's
lost.
yeah, that's fair.
In the end, he still saved T'Challa's life and he turned down the fruit so that my man could take it again.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not
Street.
going to replace
Sure.
Chadwick,
Mm-hmm.
next in line would be M'Baku. And I mean, yeah, still keep the little sister involved
Mm-hmm.
because, you know, we all know she's smart, you know, especially if you're not going to put her in the Iron Man suit, you know,
Mm-hmm.
you still
I
keep
can
her
say
involved,
the
but like put her in the Black Panther suit? Really?
I
Really?
can tell you I can tell you as far as why she was the one in the suit, the story once you watch the movie, the story makes sense as to why that happens that way. That's all I can
I
say
tell you
about it.
this, I tell you this, you know, they're quick to put a brother down in a movie. I bet you if that role required a brother wearing a skirt, they would have been quick to replace Chadwick.
That's possible, dude. That is
Well,
possible.
yeah.
But you gotta remember
Because
too, though, these
you're gonna take away a black male superhero role model. Now, don't get me
that's what
wrong.
I mean. I can't
I love the strong female thing. There are you know, there are other roles that females play as superheroes.
mhm.
You really, and I mean, come
That
on,
is comic book accurate, though.
T'Challa didn't have no outside kids.
Yeah, it is comic book accurate, though. When he was presumed dead in the comics, his sister took over for him. Like I said,
Mm.
once you see the movie and you see the story in a way, like the journey that she goes through, you'll understand like why they decided to do that. And you'll see why M'Baku wasn't selected or what that's going like. The movie will yeah, anybody that hasn't seen it,
Does she stay?
I won't say anything.
Does she stay in the suit? Does she stay in the suit in the comic?
No, I mean, she's there was like multiple Black Panthers at one point, yeah. Like when he came back, like I think she still was like one of Wakanda's protectors. And that's cool. But once you see the movie and especially the way it ends, you'll be like, okay, I understand. You'll understand why I'm not worried about the future because of how it ended and the journey that it takes. Now, I'm with you that they probably should have recasted because I think that he would have wanted that, considering his brother said that he would have wanted
Absolutely.
it. But I also feel like it's easy to like recast Terrence Howard as Don Cheadle, or as Rhodey and replace him because he
Well,
didn't
yeah.
die,
When
you know?
yeah, he
Like with
didn't. One, he
someone
didn't
like,
die. You know,
well, like a death that I don't know, like that's like uncharted waters, essentially. So
and what's his name talked himself out of that role too. Like, you know, listen, when
yeah.
you're a part of a Disney project, you kind of have to be careful what you say and do.
Hmm.
And you know, when you're being an asshole to your peers, I mean, you know, most of those folks weren't having it. From what I
No,
remember,
that's
that
true.
cast says, you know, everybody's tight, everybody feels like family. You know,
Hmm.
they're welcoming. So when you're busy there, you know, I don't know the particulars on his end, but I mean, it isn't the first time that he's been accused of being an asshole on set. So
Hmm.
there's got to be something there. Plus, I think Don Cheadle and Robert are really good friends, so they
Yeah.
preferred working together anyway. And plus, Don Cheadle
Hmm.
fits the role, man. I love Don Cheadle.
Yeah. He feels more like Rhodey than Terrence Howard did for sure. And that's no knock for Terrence Howard. I think he's a fantastic actor.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
Don Cheadle fits him better.
I love Terrence Howard in what's that movie? Hustle and Flow.
Mm.
He was really good in there. He was good in
Hmm.
you know, look, I love him in The Best Man.
I love the Best Man movies. He's the best part of it to me. It's definitely not Tay
Yeah,
Diggs.
yeah.
It's definitely not Tay Diggs. That's Snake.
Nothing nothing personal about
Why this
Tate
man
Diggs.
writing books, bro? Like you writing books about y'all's life. Are you tripping, my boy? What are you
We're
doing?
talking about we're talking about Harp. Now,
And this is famous people, bro. It ain't like just like some random people. Like, dude, this dude plays with the Giants. He's a famous football player. Like, you don't think somebody's gonna deduce what this is and like who these people are? Come on, bro.
now
Do better.
would you say
Do
we
better,
have a
Harper.
Harp in our crew?
I don't think we do, but I think there's potential hearts in the crew for sure. If you gave them
Man,
the circumstance, they probably would do it. I don't know.
that's a damn shame. That is a damn shame. I
I
don't
feel
think
like
like
what's Morris Chestnut's character's name on there?
which one?
Morris
What's
Chestnut.
shit.
Can't remember
I
his
don't
name,
remember.
but that's me right there.
Lance.
I'm the worst.
Lance.
Lance. I'm the
Lance.
Lance of the crew, bro. You're the Terrence Howard.
How dare you? How dare you? All right. If anybody, I may not be dark enough to be Lance, but I'm the Lance of the crew.
Nah, you're not the Lance though.
I
You
can't
got to
play
be
no
a
guitar.
God-fearing Christian. So-
You saying I'm the devil?
no,
That's
I'm
cold.
just
That's
saying.
that's cold
You were
blooded.
like the smooth criminal, you know?
The
Like
man whore.
what's his
You would
name?
say that.
Right?
You would say
Like
that. You
T.
know, my
Howard.
wife is the producer, bro. She's hearing you say these things,
Listen, I was
calling me the
saying this
man
is
whore
your
of the crew.
past life, not now. Back when you were in your young guy era, you know?
Mm.
Hey, we all go through stuff, bro. We all go
I
through
wish I could play
things.
the guitar. Oh man, I used to like
Oh,
party.
but I wish I could play the guitar too. Such a
I
good
mean,
thing
I
to do.
try now. I don't know. I don't think I could do
I
it.
have a guitar. I mean, I mess with it, but it needs to be. I need to
Oh, that same one, that
restring it.
same guitar.
Yeah, the old school one. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I think Angel's
But
got the
dude,
other one.
what other one?
I think the one it was like an acoustic one I had. The Angel was like,
Oh,
"Oh, can I use it? Can I use it?" And I'm
mm,
like, "Yeah, man. I ain't never heard you play it, but go for it, homie."
mm. Let me see. Hey,
Yes.
listen, the second episode of The Last of Us comes out Sunday night.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yes, I believe it's every Sunday night that's going to be coming out. So at
Okay.
least we got something fresh. Now, you had mentioned you just recently saw Red Notice.
Yeah, it did. I just recently
I didn't
watched.
think that was
It's a
a.
good. It's good. It's not bad. It's all right. It's what I expected from those three. Mhm.
I mean, there were definitely
Yeah.
funny parts. There were definitely funny parts in the movie, but
I'll say
I thought
this. I love Ryan
it was a little
Reynolds.
weak.
I love Ryan Reynolds. Deadpool, a lot of his movies, fantastic. I feel like he's the same guy in everything.
Waiting.
Waiting,
Well, every one
yeah.
of those actors are the same thing and everything.
Well, Wonder Woman can be. I feel like Gal Gadot can do some different stuff. The Rock is definitely. He can't be nothing different than The Rock. But Ryan Reynolds is always just like the cool guy that's like charismatic,
The
but he's
smart ass.
condescending and he's a smart ass. Like he's
Mhm.
Deadpool, literally everywhere, and that's fine. I'm just, I don't know. I want to see him as Deadpool. Like, I can't wait for Deadpool 3. But yeah,
Yes.
and the Adam Project, I did watch that too. Now
Oh, what you think? What you think? That was
that was a
good.
little bit, yeah, that was different for him. But he's still like a smart
Yeah.
ass. But at least it was like more
And
heartfelt.
the little kid that played the young version of him was
Oh, he killed
great.
it. Yeah, he killed it.
And then
He did great.
Ruffalo. Look,
Yeah, Dr.
Mark
Banner.
Ruffalo, his body
Mhm.
of work. I've never really had a problem with his body of work, but there's one movie that Mark Ruffalo has done that is just absolutely the worst movie.
Mm,
You know, a homeboy of mine recommended that I watch this movie
mhm.
because it was Mark Ruffalo. Mark Ruffalo and Julianne Moore are probably the two biggest names of the movie, but there's a ton of other stars in this movie. This movie is called
Okay.
Blindness. Okay. I will
Okay.
never get the time that I lost watching this
Mm,
movie. And
mhm,
because my board made me watch this movie, I had to subject somebody else to this movie. So I
mhm,
subjected my nephew to this movie. Now, I
mm,
warned him that this movie was a little bit on the weird side. It's somewhat terrible, but, he still needed to see it. I won't go into, basically everybody goes blind. Julianne Moore is the only one that can still see. they all get quarantined somewhere, and then shit just hits the fan from then on. If you're interested in checking that movie out, go ahead, waste your time. I don't recommend it, but that
Okay.
is the only Mark Ruffalo flick that I really have a problem with it. But the rest of his body of work, awesome. Have you ever seen him in The Last Castle with Robert Redford, um, homeboy from The Sopranos? That's still not that's not with us anymore. What's his name?
No.
Gandolfini.
Yeah, James
Okay.
Gandolfini. Tell him the
If you
Soprano.
haven't if you haven't seen The Last Castle, check that out. It's like
Okay.
a prison movie, but they're
Mhm.
soldiers in prison. It's
Okay.
an awesome movie. And I mean, that has a all-star casting. I can't remember
Mhm.
the other names off the top of my head, but Mark Ruffalo's super young in that movie. You should check him out in that movie. He is great.
Okay.
The Adam Project, I loved him in the Adam Project. He was great there.
Yes. Yes. That was a really good movie. Yeah.
Yes, yes. I definitely
Mhm.
enjoyed it. And
Mhm.
our girl, who played his girl in
Oh,
the
Zoe Saldana.
mhm,
She's
mhm.
fantastic, man. She's everything that she's in, she's fucking amazing. I
She's a
haven't seen the
smoke show,
second
bro.
Avatar. I haven't seen the second Avatar, but
Ah,
Guardians,
I'll wait for that to hit Disney Plus too.
even
But she's
what's our one movie with Idris Elba and Paul Walker, God rest his soul.
oh, oh,
You know what I'm talking
Paul
about,
Walker.
right?
Idris Elba
Yeah,
and Paul Walker?
Yeah, and T.I.'s in it, and Chris Brown's in it, and
Oh, Takers. You're talking about the
yes,
Takers.
she was
Yes,
and
Takers is
she
good.
was Columbus
She was in
Short's
The
girl.
Losers too.
Yes, yes,
She was in The
she wasn't
Losers,
Takers,
and
right?
yeah, she was in
She was in
Takers, I
Takers. She
believe.
was Michael Ealy's girlfriend, not Columbus Short.
Yes.
Michael Ealy's girlfriend. Yeah,
I
but
know
yeah,
the
the
light skinned
losers
brother.
too.
Mhm.
Yeah, that
And
dude's
she had
aging
her own
fantastic, bro. You know he's like damn near 50. He
hey
can
man,
pass for like a 30-year-old, bro. Black don't
black
like,
don't crack, brother. Black don't crack.
except when it does crack, it cracks bad. But for the most part, we got like a 95%. Like, bro, I was telling my girlfriend, I'm going to have this space for the next 10 years, maybe 15. Like, it'll get grayer, my beard will get grayer, a wrinkle here, a wrinkle there. But nah, man, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's going to age good.
Yeah,
But
me
as
being
far as
black and
like,
Asian, man, that's the best of both worlds for me.
that's it, bro. I know it. Cause you look fantastic, man. Not to throw
I
anybody's
appreciate
ages
that,
out
young
there,
brother.
but yeah, man. But yeah, Zoe Saldana's she's wonderful.
And she
Every
did her own
movie that she's in.
standalone movie, what's that, Colombiana?
Yeah, I
Where she
haven't
was
seen
like,
that though. I heard it's really
oh,
good.
you know what? That's not bad, man. It's not bad,
Hmm.
brother. She's not
Okay.
bad in it.
Yeah,
And, we
and she's
just don't
believable.
want to be. Yeah, she can. Yeah, she is. She is. She's real
Like,
good. And she
if
was
she's
in
like kicking ass, like I believe her. Like if she's when she's Gamora, I'm like that. I believe that. I think that she would do that kind of thing. Why not?
I loved her in Drumline. She was great in Drumline.
But Trump, like, she really
Are you
was though.
laughing, dog? Are you
Nah, I
laughing,
just
dog? What?
every
You
time I
making fun
think
of
about
Nick
Nick
Cannon?
Cannon, no, I love Nick Cannon. I just laugh when I think about
I'm
it.
down. I'm down to be in a Nick Cannon movie. I just want to do those
Yeah,
shows. You know.
I'll be going
Look,
wild out. I'm just saying, I might get personal if you want to roast me. I might get personal. Hey, I'm just saying, man.
shit.
I'm not perfect.
I talk about your mama
Yeah,
real fast.
or might have to throw hands. Like I don't know.
Light skinned brothers can be sensitive. I might just fight you.
That's what they say. I've been called sensitive countless times, and I'm like, I really don't think I'm that sensitive. Not in the
Yeah,
grand
most
scheme of
sensitive people would
things.
think that.
Hey, you know what? Touche. That's fair. That's a fair assessment. You see, a sensitive person would have been defensive. I'm just like, hey, you know what? You might be right.
But man, now what other you said you saw? Red Notice,
hmm
Adam Project.
hmm
Oh, yes. So I did watch The Batman finally.
Yes. My boy. What'd you think?
Now, oof, I
Keep it
didn't hate
100.
it. Yeah, yeah, I
Oh,
didn't.
it's
I
not
didn't
good.
hate it.
It's
I
not
didn't hate
good.
it at all. I didn't hate. No, no, no.
Okay.
Because you know how when I first saw The Dark Knight Rises, the one with Bane,
Mm-hmm.
when I
Mm-hmm.
first saw that in theater, I absolutely hated it, and I had to
It's
see it a
true.
second time, and it actually became my favorite Nolan Batman. So,
Okay.
having seen this one, I will say this: Robert Pattinson was awesome as Batman, especially a young Batman, because this is what,
Yeah.
like, year one, year two Batman.
Mm-hmm.
So he's still getting over some things or getting through some things. I loved Homegirl as Catwoman. Now,
Yeah.
what I don't remember, what I wanted to ask you is Selena Kyle tied to Falcone that way in the comic?
Um,
I mean, I didn't
not
mind that storyline, but is it
mhm.
tied to the comic?
Not to misquote it, I know that her dad is like a criminal or like a mob dude. I don't know if it's Falcone per se, but I know her dad is like tied to that kind of life. And I know that I know they got the casting right because like she is well, I mean, I don't know if Zoe Kravitz is like Hispanic or not, but I know that Selena Kyle has Hispanic heritage,
Mm. Well,
as well as
she's the
like
look. She's a
white,
mixed
probably.
baby, so
Yeah, so she fit the look. But as far as her dad, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I know he's like a crime boss type character, but I don't know if it's Falcone per se. I need to research that.
like, I didn't mind that storyline at all. I didn't mind that one at
No,
all.
no, it fit the movie, you know. So
Like, the movie
that's
was
cool.
good. I don't understand why. I mean, yes, they could have shaved off, I'd say, like 45 minutes off that movie,
Yes. Hmm.
and it would have been great.
Essentially the same
And
movie. Yeah.
I'll say this: the Batmobile in this one is my
Hmm.
favorite of all the Batmobiles.
Oh yeah. Oh, that is
Easily
tough.
my favorite of all the Batmobiles.
That is a tough Batmobile for sure. Yeah.
No, pimping. I love that damn that damn car is awesome.
Hmm.
Now we are late
What
to
you
the
think
mix with
about
some
his
of this stuff.
oh, I'm sorry.
I know we're late to the mix about these movies.
Yeah, no, that's for sure. What'd you think about his portrayal as Batman though? Because I kind of okay, this is gonna be a little bit extra, but I kind of have him as maybe the best Batman, like the dual Batman Bruce Wayne. I think he might
Hmm.
be the best one. I think Ben Affleck might be the second best, and I love Michael Keaton. There's nothing against him. Yeah,
Physically, Ben Affleck fits what Batman is in the comic, even
mm,
in the
yeah,
cartoons.
hmm,
Now, Keaton. I'm always gonna love Keaton's depiction of Batman.
definitely.
Those first
He
two
might be the
Batmans
best
were
Bruce
awesome.
Wayne. Like he might be the
Yeah.
best Bruce Wayne, but I don't know. Like I feel like this Batman like showed him being a detective though. Like he
Yes.
is the world's
Yes.
greatest detective. Like I feel like this was the best portrayal of a Batman because it was Batman like the entire time. Like he was out of that suit maybe
Hmm.
like half an hour of the movie. Like most of the
Yeah.
movie in
Maybe two
scenes
or
he
three
was
times.
yeah, he was suited up.
He he looked like a real super dork out of the suit
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, he did. He did. He's all moody and gothic.
And
I
I
like the
love the
outfit
dude they
too.
picked. Yeah, I loved it because that's our boy from the first Black Panther.
Yeah. He's Goblin, isn't he? They,
Yes.
yeah.
I believe you're right.
Andy Serkis, he
Yeah,
directed
yeah.
the second Venom movie. Like, yeah, Serkis is out there, man.
Oh, he directed the second Venom movie?
Yeah,
That was terrible. That second Venom movie was terrible.
they kind of
What
they wasted
what
Carnage, that's for sure.
and
I
I
could
love Woody
honestly say,
Harrelson, man. Woody Harrelson is the
bro,
man.
love Woody Harrelson. I could honestly say the first Venom movie was not that great either, though.
Well,
You
the
know?
first Venom movie was actually funny. The
It
second
was.
one, literally was just trashed. And here's my beef too.
Hmm.
If you're gonna try to stay with or keep up with Marvel, how are you gonna cast an old ass man as Venom slash Tom Hardy, and then a 15-year-old Tom? I mean, granted, he's not really 15 in real life, but you're still having him play a 15-year-old. You
Oh
know?
no, Marvel just set that up. You see Spider-Man No Way Home, right?
Yeah, I did. I
Okay.
did.
So
I mean,
Marvel set that
still,
up. No, they set that up perfect because having him enter their universe and then leave, but leave the symbiote, like that was their way of saying we're gonna have Venom in the next Spider-Man movie. It just ain't gonna be Tom Hardy. That was the way I looked at that. There's gonna be a new Eddie Brock for the MCU, and then get to battle Tom Holland.
my prediction is it's gonna be Flash.
Well, he does get it in the comics. He becomes Agent Venom, so I'm fine with that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
And like I would want because he's gotta like, redo his life or restart his life. I would like them to introduce the Gwen, like his Gwen. But I agree with what you told me the other day though. Like I don't want them to make her Spider Gwen, like from the Spider Verse. They need to save that for Miles. Like once Miles comes along, they
Yes.
like he
Yes.
should be doing that and have his Gwen. It shouldn't, yeah, they shouldn't give because they gave a lot of Tom Holland Spider Man. A lot of his story was Miles' story from the comics,
Yeah.
like just as
Which,
coming up and everything.
again, I didn't like, but I see what they're doing now. Here's my beef though. Brock and Peter Parker go to school together in the comic. I believe Brock is like
Mhm.
a year or two older, but
Yeah.
nonetheless, they're in school together. The way they did the MJ thing here is the same way they did the MJ thing in Toby's thing. I don't
Mhm.
understand why you're going to introduce MJ before you do Gwen. Now
Mhm.
I know Hollywood needs to change the story around so that things are predictable, but I mean, look, you can be creative and still keep
Mhm.
things the way they're kind of supposed to be. Because
Yeah.
at least Garfield's Spider-Man has Gwen first and no
Mhm.
MJ. Because if I
True.
remember correctly, Gwen and MJ were best friends, and it's
Mhm.
the loss of Gwen that brings MJ and Peter closer together. Then they end up
Mhm.
together. Blah 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 blah. Like you could have kept
Exactly.
all that. You could have kept Brock apart. Brock was a bully in high school. You could have kept him there. You could have kept
Mhm.
all that and still made a good movie. Nah, you're gonna have some old ass man playing Venom. Now, I do see what you're saying about the symbiote being left behind and where they can go
Mhm.
with that, but I mean, still, why even bother?
I
Like,
think because the next
they need
Spider-Man,
to
he'll be
sell
in
everything.
college. Yeah, so
True.
Sony needs to give the rights back. They need to give the rights back to
Yeah, because
Marvel
Sony
because
has
they
done
can't.
nothing but ruin. They've ruined. Is it Sony or Fox that owns a Hulk?
I think I feel like that's like Universal or Paramount or something like that.
Well,
But they can
all
use
of
the
them.
Hulk. They just can't make a movie. Like they can't just like make a Hulk movie, but they can use him. He's been in Avengers and She Hulk and all kind of
And
stuff. So
with all the money Marvel has made, like, dude, buy your
mhm.
shit back.
Yeah.
Make make good movies. Because I mean, Fantastic Four. Oh my goodness,
Well,
just
when they bought
oh my
when they
god.
bought Fox, they were looking at Sony, and Sony saw what Fox went for, and they tried to like up their price. But it's like you guys own Spider Man and his characters. Fox owned the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, Avatar, Planet of the Apes. I think like the Terminator movie, like all this old IPAs. Like, there's no way. Is it IPA? That's the right word. Yeah,
I'm not sure.
but yeah, all these old properties that you can reboot or restart. Like Sony doesn't have that much to offer to want. You know what I mean? And the fact is, they know after how the Amazing Spider-Man performed, like they need more. And look at like they got the Venom movies. Who cares? They're making this
Terrible.
Craven movie. Who cares? They're
The
making a Madam
Morbius
Web
movie.
movie. Okay.
Oh, the
I didn't even
Morbius
see
movie was
Morbius.
oh
I
god.
refuse to watch it because I just don't care, you know? But I don't know, like
Now
what you were saying
please
about
tell me
Spider-Man. Hmm.
please tell me Marvel still owns Blade.
Yeah, they have Blade's rights. What's his
Okay, good.
name?
Because Blade is what saved Marvel to begin with
Yeah, Blade is
initially.
coming next year or two.
Okay, good,
I
good.
can't say his name. The brother from Luke Cage,
Yep.
Cottonmouth, as
Oh man,
Mahershala Ali. I think it's Mahershala. I think that's how you say it. I don't want to butcher his name, but he's fantastic though, and he's playing the new Blade, and I'm like, cool. This dude's got 2 Academy Awards, bro. Oh,
oh
he can
man.
do this. He can do this. And Blade is a dope character, and like you've already introduced Moon Knight. You got Doctor Strange out there. You got Blade
Hmm.
coming. You'll have Ghost Rider coming. Like the Midnight Suns, that's a real thing. Like I'd like to see it. I'd like to see a Midnight Suns movie. It would have to be a rated R movie because it's gonna be dark. Like I think
And
Blade has to be rated R.
Disney knows that they're able to get away with that now. Deadpool has proven that they can get away with that now.
Oh yeah, Deadpool 3 is definitely gonna be rated R. I think every X-Men movie should be rated R. I
Yes.
feel like every DC movie should be rated R.
Yep.
Like that's why I like the Marvel, like the Avengers and stuff. I get that. You can make that PG-13 because they try not to kill people. People die in DC. Like the Joker kills people horrifically,
And he kills them violently.
violently.
But
Like the
I
X-Men
hope I hope
kill
I hope
people.
my man I hope my man Joe, what's his name? Joe Gunn, that's running the DCU now.
Oh, James Gunn. James Gunn.
James
Yeah.
Gunn? Yeah. That was
Mm-hmm.
close. Tomato, tomato.
Mm-hmm.
But hopefully he can apply what he knows about the Marvel universe
Mm-hmm.
into the DC universe. Because
Yeah.
seeing what he did with Guardians of the Galaxy,
And he's
like,
already stepped into this. Like he did the Suicide Squad, which
yeah.
was a lot
I
better than the original Suicide Squad. And it was rated
yes,
R.
yes,
So
yes. You know who I liked in there? What's his name? John Cena.
Peacemaker was fantastic. Did you watch the show?
I
I
haven't. My
started
wife
it.
and I. Is it
Oh
good?
no, it
Is it
was
good? I hear
from what
good
I
things. My wife and I
remember.
have it on the list.
Okay. Because I started it, but I think I think Alyssa was just like not feeling it. So I kind of like fell off of it. But I really enjoyed it, you know. I think John Cena like hit it out the park. I'm gonna rewatch it though.
Did
Because
you
there's a
watch
lot of
all of
stuff
it, or
going on.
just catch, or did you just catch a few episodes?
I think I saw like the first 3. Because they do like the same model, like all the HBO shows, like they premiere on like a certain day of the week. So I
Yeah,
kept up with it
gotcha.
for a few days. But like it's not like the Marvel shows. Like every Marvel show that's hit Disney Plus, like I religiously watched them. Even if I didn't necessarily love it. I'm like, this is a part of the bigger picture. So, you know. And plus as just like a comic book fan, like there's just little hints and Easter eggs in every show that like I don't know. I just remember being a little kid, never imagining seeing all this happen this way. So yeah,
Yeah, me too. I'm excited. I'm
yeah,
excited.
it's just
I'm
my
excited.
fandom.
Now,
Yeah.
do you agree with him just firing everybody, with the exception of Pattinson?
I I understand it. I don't agree per se, but I understand like that's just with anything. Like if you take over a company, you're gonna want your vision, lived. You're gonna want to implement your vision, whether or not that's keeping what's in place and expanding on it, or if that's just scrapping it all. And I feel like they kind of had to scrap it all because of how the movies have performed. Like I love Henry Cavill as Superman. That's my Superman. I think no disrespect to
He's the
Christopher
best one.
Reeves, God rest his soul, but I think he's the best Superman. Like I feel like he fits it. They haven't
Hmm.
written him the right way. And that's not his fault. I think he's done a good job. I think Ben Affleck has done a good job as Batman. Like Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. But I understand like him coming in, his whole thing is gonna be, we're gonna set it up. We're gonna build it the right way. Like DC didn't build it the right way. And he's got the blueprint from Marvel to how to build it. So whether or not it's Blue Beetle or if it's Flash, the Flashpoint movie that resets
Oh
the
man,
timeline,
I'm
Like,
excited to see
I
that
think
movie.
that's how they're gonna do it. Because even Aquaman performed well. Jason Momoa is fantastic, but the second Aquaman is probably his last one. But they're talking about
Yeah.
him playing Lobo going forward, which, and if you look at Lobo and you look at Jason Momoa, it actually makes perfect sense. Like, he looks like
Yeah,
that character.
I saw the picture of that. I saw the picture of that.
Yeah.
It looked pretty good.
And I love him as an actor, but I was like never on board with him being Aquaman. Like, not my vision of watching the DC cartoons and reading the comics, like, Aquaman should look different. And that's nothing against him. That was like that the old DC was like Zack Snyder's vision, like from Man of Steel, right, to Batman versus Superman. He
Mhm.
casted Jason Momoa as Aquaman and Ezra Miller as the Flash and Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. Like, that was his vision. So with James
And
Gunn
they're still going
and Peter,
forward. They're still going forward with the Flash movie,
yeah, but
the
I
one
think that's
with
the reason
Ezra.
they're going. Yeah, I think that's why they're going forward with it, because I think that's going to reset everything. And you got to remember, this movie was made like during the pandemic. Like, this movie should have been
Mhm.
out last year. They
Now
reset, like, releasing it. So,
watch this Flash movie be the best DC movie ever,
oh,
and
I already
Ezra
feel like
Miller
it's
be the
going to.
best Flash ever,
Mm-hmm.
and all this shit he's doing, man. Like, my God, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he has nobody on his side helping him to like get him
Oh,
some kind of help.
not to be too woke, but Ezra identifies as they, them. Just a little side
Oh,
note.
the
Yeah.
uh, you
I'm,
think he'll beat me
hey,
up like he's done everybody else?
listen,
I'm just gonna
I
call him
don't know.
Ezra. I'm just gonna call him
Okay.
Ezra.
Now that works too.
Is it okay?
That works too.
Or,
I just, yeah, I just, just little tidbits that, I've learned.
yeah. Oh no, I feel you on that one because
Yeah.
we have a player on our team, Xavier McKinney,
Mm.
identifies as they, them, or whatever.
Hey, man. Hey,
But, you know,
live your
more
life,
power
man.
to him. I just call him Xavier. Yeah,
I just call him X-Man. X-Man.
yeah.
Well,
Like,
that's
no
not really
offense to
great either.
anybody out there. It's just
No,
too much for
definitely
me
not.
to keep up with. So it's just better for me to
And we're all just
refer to
learning. Like,
everyone
we're all
by
just
their name
learning.
if I.
There's no
Mm-hmm.
malice involved. We're all just learning, exploring,
Because
understanding. That's all.
I don't want to talk myself out of a Disney movie. You know what I'm saying? I'm still, I want to
Definitely
be
not. We
in
want to be in
Wakanda.
Black Panther
You know?
3.
And you know what? Look, may he rest in peace, Stan Lee. You know how Stan Lee had a cameo in every movie. Look,
Mm-hmm.
you want us to have a cameo in all your movies. Hey,
I'm with
who are
that.
we to say no? Who are we to say
Yeah.
no?
I'm with that.
I'm willing to say one little line. It might take me a few takes. But
Oh,
I'm willing to say one little line in place
I,
of.
I'm actively, I'm actively trying to become a thespian, bro. I don't, I think I can do it. I think I could, like, I can read your script. I can emote. I can, I
Not
can
me.
use my acting. So listen, hey, I'm with it.
I'm no actor. I have no prior experience.
I don't either. Oh, yeah.
You watch your mouth. You watch your
I will
mouth.
let you. You know what? We'll revisit that. I will let you live today. I will let you live
Disney, I
on
have
that
no
one.
prior experience in acting. Okay.
Okay.
No prior
You want,
experience.
okay. So you must want me to talk about it. So I'm trying to let you
No, I
slide.
do not. There's no proof. There's no proof, dude. There's no proof. You have no proof.
I know the truth exists. And there's been enough eyes on that movie to know that it exists.
I don't know what you're talking about.
One of our future guests, well, was what was like one of your co-stars in that movie.
I don't know what you're talking about.
When we talk to him, well, I'll
I'm
find out if he has a, a version of it. Because if
I
I ever get
may
my hands on that copy, if I ever get my hands on this, oh, I'm definitely downloading it
there
to my phone, computer. I want to convert it to disk. I want to convert it to a flash drive. Oh yeah, that's a
well,
great
I don't
movie,
know what
bro.
you're talking. I don't know
It's a
what you're
great
talking
movie.
about too. I
It's
may have
one of
done a
my
school
highlight
play or two.
movies. Uh, Like, it was.
I don't know. I
I
don't know
can't
what you're
remember.
talking about, buddy.
I can't remember what your name was in the movie though. It's like it's a love story.
I
What was
was,
it? Tell me. Just tell me the
I
name.
was, I was, I was never in a movie, dude. I don't know what you're
What
talking
was the
about.
name? It
I,
wasn't Tiger, was
I
it?
have
What was the name?
mm, no idea, buddy. No
Yeah,
idea.
I
Yeah,
remember. Don't worry. I put eyes on it myself, so I know. And
I have
you
no.
acted. You were great in that movie, bro. You were the star of that. You were the highlight of it. Because oh boy,
Uh,
the protagonist. Oh, wow. Mm.
I really have no idea what you're talking about.
I
Honestly,
thought it'd be a Black Labs exclusive. We'll we'll dedicate one episode to the great
we will dedicate
mystery
no
movie
episode.
Takedown. Somebody in the
I don't
world,
know.
whoever sees this, if you have a copy of that movie, if you were in it just as an extra or as a star, that movie needs to hit the world. Like the world needs that right now, bro.
The world
We
does
need
not need
that.
that.
That would unify everybody. We will all be united. All you
You're
gotta
making my
do,
wife laugh.
you just gotta you just gotta put it in, just give the world what it needs. You know how crazy that is that you have the key to unity and peace on earth. And you're like, nah, I don't wanna do it. I don't know what you're talking about. You want
Look,
to deny it. You're not even just saying like, I don't want to do it. You're denying that it exists. Oh,
you know what?
heartbreaking, bro. Seen
Let
that.
me
I've
see
seen that
that.
movie. I know. It's one of the best
Look,
movies.
check your screen out. Check that out.
Take the
You need to move it.
oh yeah. Yeah. Exclusive. Black Lab. First
There.
exclusive.
It's my turn now.
There will
We
be
gotta
no.
screen it. That's what we should do. Bro, that's what we should do. An episode.
We
Screen
should.
the movie in two
We should
parts. Let's
never.
screen it. Let's screen it
That
like
movie.
part one, part two. And listen, at the end of each episode, like we'll do part one and then we'll do like 10 minutes commentary. And then part two, and we'll do like the outro. Like, what do we think? What we just, that's a masterpiece, bro. Like, I don't
That
understand. Like,
movie.
why?
That's not even a
You
movie.
gotta,
That thing will never. That thing will never see the light of day
you need
ever.
to embrace your talents, bro. Okay. I don't know why you stopped after that one. Y'all should have made Takedown 2, 3, 4. It could have been like,
Unfortunately,
it could have been some
there is
John
a
Wick
part
shit,
two.
bro.
Unfortunately, there is a
There
part
is.
two. I just don't know where. I don't know who has that copy.
Oh,
I know I don't. I tried to destroy every
wow.
copy possible. And the fact that this copy, this copy that I have in my possession, if I'm not
Mm-hmm.
mistaken, belonged to Gabe. And like Gabe was busy out there showing people this thing. I'm like, yo, dude, let me borrow that real quick.
Good. Good.
And
You shouldn't
I
be
never
showing the
gave it
world
back.
that. No,
The
you
world
should be
don't need
showing
to
the
see
world
this.
that. Yeah.
Dude,
Don't let me get my hands on it. I'm flooding the market. I get my hands on it. I
look,
am flooding these streets.
that is a
Exclusive.
terrible movie.
It's a great movie.
Worse. It's worse than Blindness. It's worse. Not,
You know
another
what?
terrible movie is, have you ever seen Bug with,
Bug.
the dude that played Zod in Man of Steel? And what's her name? Diane
It sounds
Keaton?
familiar.
Is it Diane Keaton?
Sounds
The guy,
very familiar.
the lady who plays his mom too.
Who? Superman?
Superman.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
Diane
yeah,
Lane.
Superman.
Diane Lane.
Diane Lane, yes, Diane Lane.
Yeah.
And she's a hottie too. You seen her in Unfaithful with Richard Gere?
Oh, I never forgave her for that movie. I never forgave her for what she did in that movie. Scandalous.
Loosey goosey.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, the way Richard Gere handled that situation in that movie, like, man, it's
He didn't have to do
understandable.
all that. It's understandable, but he didn't have to do that though.
You didn't have
He
to,
could,
but it's understandable.
could he could have
I
just
feel you. Cause like, damn, you just giving it away like that, huh? I
yeah.
don't know.
He could have he could have just let it go. But I mean, I understand. That's a great movie
But
though.
Bug is a terrible movie. Bug is another one
It's,
recommended to me by the same homeboy who recommended Blindness. So
so he
Bug,
just got bad
Blindness.
taste.
Now, Keanu Reeves is another actor who I love. I'll watch anything with Keanu Reeves in it. Okay.
Hmm.
Have you ever seen Knock Knock with Keanu Reeves?
No, but I do know what
He
you're talking
okay.
about.
He's in it. Anna, homegirl from
Anna
Knives Out.
De Armas. Anna De
Yes,
Armas.
yes,
She
yes.
played Marilyn Monroe, right? On Netflix.
The Smoke Show. Yeah, she's another Smoke
Mm.
Show. And the girl from, I believe it was, oh, what's that terrible horror movie? The Green something.
With the Green Inferno.
Yes, there you go.
Mm.
The main girl from there, she's in it too. Now, you would think it's Keanu. You got Anna. You got, her name escapes me, and please forgive me for that. I'm thinking, this is going to be a good movie, man.
Hmm.
And it's time I'm never going to get back. I'm never going to get back. Knock Knock, Bug, and Blindness. I'm
Hmm.
telling you this now. Those are 3 terrible movies. But if you want to risk checking them out to see if your taste differs from mine, because, they say beauty like art is in the eye of the beholder. So, you might see the movie differently than I do. But
Yeah,
I'm telling you
it's all
right
about
now,
perspective.
I there wasn't enough weed in the world that could make me like that movie in any way, shape, or form. And you know me, I'll go back and watch something a second time. So yes,
Hmm.
I've seen these movies more than once. Now I told you I had to subject somebody to it. So I subjected my nephew and my family. My family were halfway involved in Knock Knock. And at
Hmm.
some point they were like, yo, what the fuck are we watching? And I warned the family. I'm like, look, when it comes to Knock Knock, it's a terrible movie. It's an absolutely terrible movie. There's only one redeeming thing about Knock Knock, and that's this monologue that Keanu Reeves has about free pizza. After that, the movie is the movie is absolutely terrible. Everything that
Wow.
happens, I mean, like, there were certain scenes that I didn't mind seeing Anna do in the movie, along with
Hmm.
Homegirl, but like everything else about the movie was terrible. Terrible. Bug with Diane Lane and what's Buddy's name that played Zod? He's a
Is
good
it
actor
Michael
too.
Shannon? Is it
Yeah,
Michael
because he's
Shannon?
also in because he's also in Boardwalk Empire.
Yeah, he's in
He's in a
Knives
ton of
Out.
stuff.
He's in the first Knives Out.
Mhm. He's great. Bug was a
Speaking
terrible
of,
movie. And
I need to watch that too, man. Glass Onion. When
have
y'all
you
get a
seen?
chance.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that. We have
Mm.
certain things that we need to take care of. But yeah, that's
Yeah.
on the list. We definitely want to keep up with The Last of Us. So check
Whatchamacallit
that
comes
out.
back in about 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
What's
Season
that?
4 review on
Oh,
Netflix.
hell yes.
I'm excited,
You know,
man.
my wife put me out to that show.
I
And
love that show.
I knocked out every season, like, in a matter
Hmm.
of days.
Hmm.
When it comes to Joe,
I love Joe, bro. I just want him
I,
to be happy, man.
I, I do, I don't know if it makes us a psychopath for rooting for him,
Listen,
but
I feel
I
like
was happy when he was,
everybody he's killed is justified except Beck. Spoiler alert if anybody has not caught up on
if
that.
you haven't seen
Sorry.
you, then that's your fault. That's your fault.
But
I know we're
I would say
spoiling
that's
The
the
Last
one.
of Us. Well,
Yeah.
what about, what was her name? Love? Was it Love? Yeah.
No, she was worse. Love was way worse.
But look. Him and Love they were the same people. Maybe
That's
that's
why they
maybe
could never
that's may-
work.
maybe that's why yeah, maybe that's why it couldn't work. But look, man,
Hmm.
Bex, I forget why he killed Bex.
Oh, because she was messing. Remember, she was when they had broke up, she was messing with her therapist,
Oh,
Mister
yeah.
Stamos. Mister
Oh, that's right.
Stamos. Hmm.
And that breakup is still fresh.
Yeah.
Again, a situation where he didn't have to, but
Hmm.
I understand.
A lot of people he killed in the first season, like Beck's ex boyfriend, like the druggie that him and his friends killed that kid
Yeah, he had to
a couple
go. He
years
had to
back.
go.
He had to
He
go.
had to go.
His neighbor that attacked him, he had to kill him.
He had to
You
go.
know,
He had to go.
so it's like a lot of people Joe was doing stuff too. Like, I mean, they weren't like great people. Now Beck's
Yeah.
definitely he shouldn't have killed her. And I was trying to think of who he killed. Okay, season 2.
I I want to
She
say
was
she
doing
might have
more than
drained
killing.
who love.
Yeah, I think Love was doing more killing than he was after a while there.
Well, yeah, she had an addiction issue that she was trying to
Yes.
work through.
Mhm.
She reminded me of she's like the equivalent of Stefan in Vampire Diaries when
Mm.
because he had what was that condition that he had? He's a villain. What was that? He's a ripper where
Mm.
he couldn't control his lust for blood.
Mm.
I think
See, I don't know
love
anything
is the
about Vampire Diaries.
You should treat yourself, buddy. You and Leg should treat yourself, man. Now, here's my thing about Vampire Diaries. It is 8 seasons, but it was one of those, I think it was a CW show,
Mhm.
if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
But, their take on vampires is somewhat, I mean, it is, look, it starts off Saved by the Bellish in the beginning, for the lack of a better way to explain it.
Okay.
But they show you them growing up. So, it takes them all the way through college.
Okay.
There's a lot of drama, you know? But
Mhm.
it did spin off the other series called The Originals.
Mhm. I watched that
That one was
before.
that one is only 5 seasons and less
Mhm.
episodes because Vampire Diaries was like 8 seasons. The first 7 seasons was like 22, 23 episodes each season,
Mm. What's some boy from the
which
originals? You remember, like the main guy?
Niklas Michelson.
Yeah, Nikos.
His real name escapes me, and forgive me again, but
Nico.
I haven't watched him starting off in Vampire Diaries and then spin off into the originals. Like, Homeboy's the man. He's the man.
Mhm.
The originals, depending on how you feel on actors, the originals was probably better than Vampire Diaries. And again, 5
Okay.
seasons is just enough, which is what the originals do. They get 5 seasons, just enough. Get the hell
Okay.
out the door. Vampire Diaries, I can see what they were doing for the time that it came out. So
Mhm.
I can understand why they stretched it out the way they did, but that's all right. Um, but
I just over the vampire stuff, man. Like
look,
like vampires and zombies. I'm like, yeah, that
well, The
needs to be
Last
like
of
an
Us is
original.
zombie-ish.
It is, but like there's definitely more to that though. Like, cause the way they look, like what they transform into, like there's something else at work with the Last of Us, And it's an original take. That's my thing. I don't mind vampires or zombies if it's gonna be like an original way to portray it. If it's just the same cookie cutter with vampire and I like, blood and brooding and, there's going to be extra drama and all like, yeah, like True Blood did that for a while. Again, that's another one, like you said, by the way you stated it. If they would have ended after season 4 or 5, that might be one of the best shows
Yeah,
ever. But they stretched it
yeah, yeah.
and it got stupid. Like
Mhm.
those first two
I mean,
seasons of True Blood, pee.
they kinda redeemed themselves towards the end in True Blood. Because you know me,
Yeah.
man, I don't quit. I don't quit on certain shows, so, I didn't quit on True Blood.
Hmm.
I followed it, followed all the way through. There were certain things and you had to swallow with True Blood. There are certain things I
Hmm.
could have done without, but then Game of Thrones did the same thing. There's
Oh
a
yeah.
lot of things that I could have done without seeing, but, they
That's the
showed you
next one on
anyway.
my list. That's the next big
Oh, dude,
show that
treat
I'm like,
yourself.
I'll yeah.
My wife and
Mm.
I are watching that now. For
Mhm.
her, she feels like they're talking too much.
Mhm.
So I'm hoping, because I'm telling her that it's building up to
Yeah.
some really good things. 'Cause,
Okay.
for me, the show was great from the jump. So
Yeah.
I think you'll like it because I'm going to start watching House of Dragons. I'll rewatch it with her again, but right now
I
we're
heard
doing
this,
the Game
yeah,
of
good
Thrones ones.
reviews too. I know it got good
Oh, I heard it's
reviews.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
I heard it's phenomenal. Amelia Clark refuses to watch it.
Oh, really? Why
Yeah,
so?
she's like, it's like asking somebody to go to a high school reunion that they weren't a
Mhm.
part of. So she was like, it's just weird
Mm.
for me. But she's like, she's glad it's
Gotcha.
doing good. Nothing negative about it. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just weird for her.
There's a lot of great
I mean, I
actors on
still want to see.
the Game of Thrones that I've seen. There's so
Oh,
many like big time people that have been on that show, which is crazy.
yes.
It's just one of those things
Yes.
I wasn't able to get into it when it first started. I mean, I have access to it now, but it's like I don't know, like if you can't get into a show like when it first starts, once it ends, I'm like, it might be a little bit easier to jump into it. That way I can just go through it. But I like to get out ahead of shows or like to get on a show like, you know, around the time it starts. Have you watched
Oh, yeah.
um Only Murders in the Building on Hulu?
Only murders in the building. What's that about?
Yeah. It's like a like a whodunit, like a murder mystery, but it's a comedy. It's got Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Selena Gomez.
Oh,
Bro, this is
really?
one of my favorite shows. Easily one of my favorite shows on any
Okay,
platform. Love that
I'll
show.
check
I
it
think
out.
y'all are going to love it because it's funny, but it's got it's like, it's kind of like the true crime podcasts. You know how that's like blown up over the years. So it's like,
Hmm.
not to ruin anything, but it ties into like a murder. Obviously, a murder happens in their building. And then, like, yeah, they start like a podcast, like investigating it. And then, I don't know. It's just one of those things. It's like, because Alyssa will like put a show on if she thinks that I'll like it. Because if she tells me about it, I'll be like, nah, I'm good. But if she just puts it on, I'll get into it. So she just put it on one day and I was like, what is this? Like, what are we watching right now? So I started to pay attention. I'm like, oh my God, bro. I'm telling you, you're going to love it.
What's it called again?
Only Murders in the Building on Hulu.
Are you up to speed on Ozark? Have you ever watched that show?
Oh yeah, I finished. Yeah, love Ozark. Love it. Ending
Oh, you
hurt my
finished it.
heart,
Okay, I
but
need to finish.
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
the
don't tell
ending
me.
hurt
Don't
my
tell me.
heart.
I'm not.
Yeah, I won't ruin nothing, but yeah, and I love Jason Bateman. Like anything Jason Bateman's in, I'm automatically like intrigued. I think he's one of the best actors
Oh,
out there.
and
Like, because he can do anything.
yes, he can. Mr. Bateman, if you're
No,
looking for an extra in a movie, as long as we can visibly be seen in the movie,
hmm
we'd love to be a part of it. Thank you.
yeah,
Appreciate it.
he's
But
fantastic, man.
so we're gonna
But yeah,
check out The
Ozark.
Last of Us. We're gonna check out.
How far are you into it? Like, are you
What
on season 4 of Ozark?
I haven't watched season 4 yet.
Oh, okay, okay.
I haven't watched season
Oh
4
yeah,
yet.
you saw how season 3 ended though.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Okay, I'm
Yes.
gonna tell you
Absolutely.
this, brother.
Because
Brother,
I'm
it's
caught
going
up
to
on
get
Stranger
even
Things.
crazier.
Oh
hmm
shit. Hell yeah. And
hmm
old girl that plays Ruthie, she plays she did that one series playing Anna, who like
Oh
conned
yeah,
everybody out of all that money and stuff. Yeah,
yeah,
she was really good in
yeah.
that too.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Did you have anything you wanted to plug before we close out the show?
Um, no, just like and subscribe. You know, I know we're on
Yes,
like
please. Please like and subscribe.
all your
Please check us
podcast
out and so
platforms.
you can find us on YouTube, Google
Mm,
Podcasts,
mm.
Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Pandora, iHeart, Amazon Music. And you can follow our social media on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So please like,
Yeah.
subscribe, follow. all of the
Man.
above. We appreciate all the love we're getting so far.
And comment
Spread the
on
word
the
if you would.
comment on
Yeah,
the
feel free to leave a comment.
podcast. Let us know what you think. Improvements, things you like,
And
things you
if
don't like,
you're gonna talk shit,
topics.
if you're gonna talk
which
shit, no, we're gonna talk some shit too.
Yeah, if there's topics you'd like us to discuss, or
Absolutely.
just let us know.
On our next episode, we're gonna have a guest on,
Our first
my boy
guest,
Richard.
first guest,
Oh yeah,
special
that's right.
guest.
He will be our first guest.
Mhm.
We're gonna discuss some UFC stuff.
Nice. Okay.
So we'll have him on. We'll also be
Nice.
discussing results
Yeah.
as they happen,
Hmm.
for sure. Thanks again, folks. We appreciate the love. We'll see you guys
Always.
soon.
Yes, sir.